you, how much you've blossomed, and you're continuing to blossom and grow and lead your team. Yeah. So proud of you.
Yay, Ray. I definitely ditto that. I know you inspire everyone on the team, not just your own builders, but your crossline sisters and your upline for sure all the time. So
Yeah,
I
totally.
appreciate you so very much. We all do. So yay, Ray. So proud of you. There's so many things to celebrate.
Hey, speech, Ray, you want to say something? You know, can go get away a little bit. You got to talk a little bit just to share.
Okay, I just want to say thank you. And mostly it's, I'm going to address what Jess said. She said, no, I'm not bossy. What did you say, Jess? Boss, not bossy. I do this because when I realize, here's my turning point on the building thing, is realizing that if we don't share these our incredible solutions with others, then it's like we're withholding something precious and valuable from other people. And when my mindset made that shift, that since we know what these oils can do for us and what our supplements can do for us, we have that kuleana. That is our kuleana to make sure that everyone that we meet can understand it and has that opportunity. So thank you, ladies, because you guys rock, all of you, everybody. And really it's the builders on my team, you know, Jess and Bernice and Les and Lel, and you guys make me so happy. And this is truly a kako thing. It's truly what we do together, right? So yeah, and all our crossline sisters, like, yeah, sisters. Thanks, yeah.
Love it. Thank you, Ray. All right, we're going to move into our next part of our call today. And that's going to be on the daily mentor calls. I think our slides got a little bit out of order. We'll come back to 4 in just a bit. Danny is our tech coordinator tonight.
And I'm not claiming to be a good one, okay? So just bear with me for being brave. I'm really excited to present about the daily mentor calls, because no matter where you're at in the business, if you have a moment to come back to the basics, I got so much out of daily mentor calls this time than I did the last time I visited them, maybe, I don't know, I want to say 6 months ago, because I was in a different headspace this time where I can change my perspective. And so I wanted to just quickly do a brief overview of daily mentor calls 10, 11, and 12, leading up to the scripts of 13 that Kate will go into then. I really like these because they're free. We have this awesome free resource from Elise Sedavi. Is she a triple diamond now? She might even be beyond that. I don't even know. That picture might be old, but you literally can just go on Google and you can do a search, daily mentor calls. And these two websites are going to pop up, dailymentorcalls.com or elisesedavi.com. Let's see here. So daily mentor call number 10. This one talks about when someone's had an awesome experience with the oils, that is a defining moment of, are they qualified to be invited to a class? or are they still unqualified? And I thought that this was a really interesting topic because I know, like, I've heard Eliza say this before. Sometimes she's just invited someone to a class without sampling them first, and it has worked for her. And of course, you might have sampled someone and then they bring a friend who hasn't been sampled, and it might work for them as well. But I think I realized that I was asking people to buy too soon. And I think that's one of my biggest pitfalls that I'm coming to terms with myself. I was asking people to buy too soon. And inviting them to a class is already a buying situation, right? And so I realized I wasn't doing enough prep work behind the scenes to make them qualified enough for me to invite them to a class or invite them for a buying situation. And so today when I reviewed DMC 10, this kind of blew my mind. I was like, if I take my time and look at the basics, those details make a big difference, right? So what do they define as a qualified person? There were three main components to this. Did you properly sample them in advance? Meaning, did you listen to them of what their specific needs were? And then from that sample, did they have a positive experience with the oils? If they were properly sampled and they had a positive experience with the oils, now they're in a state of mind where they're properly prepped and potentially ready to purchase. That would be considered a qualified person versus unqualified, right? Unqualified would be maybe they've been sampled, but it wasn't necessarily a positive experience, right? So they could show up at the class with some skepticism. They're not sold yet. They're not excited yet. They didn't have a positive experience. So they might question if EOs work, right? And their skepticism could maybe block in the middle of your class at the end, and then they might not join, right? You might not be able to capture them as a result of your class. So taking that extra step to make sure that they're qualified before you put them in a buying situation could really make a big difference. Don't rush. I realized in DMC 11 that the class is designed to guide you what to purchase. You're at the class, you've already been sampled, you had a positive experience, you're already ready to buy and interested. So the class is designed to guide you on what to purchase, not if to purchase. So I thought that point was really definitive, right? The people are here because they're already qualified to be here. So I'm guiding them as a facilitator and listening to them as to what to purchase, not if to purchase. So they should have been properly sampled, positive experience with the oils, they're ready to buy. Once they're qualified, now that little window, that magical window to invite will appear then, right? That's where that timing comes into play. So make sure they have a great experience first before putting them in that buying situation, inviting them to the class, right? When they know something works and they have already had a good experience, then the money will no longer become a factor. They'll figure out a way to get the money to buy the product if the value is already there, right? Now, how do I get them to class is the issue, right? How do I get them to class? They did a lot of research, okay? Elise was going on about how they spent $100,000 collecting data. You know, they started giving away enrollment kits as incentives. Then they worked their way down to intro kits as incentives, all the way down to the 5 ml bottle of wild orange. And you know what their conclusion was, which I was pretty shocked, was it didn't matter what you incentivized with. What mattered most was the process leading up to the invite and then the effective follow-up. If you invited 10 properly and they became qualified, you would more than likely have 80% attend. Making sure to call 2 days before as a reminder, texting 2 hours before. And I thought that was a nice little simplified. Make sure they're qualified ahead of time. Call 2 days before a reminder, text 2 hours before as a reminder. And that was a simple little recipe they came up with. But ultimately, you must paint the picture for them. She did this analogy about how coming to an essential oils class could be potentially more life-changing than going to the Super Bowl if you built enough value, right? Which I thought was interesting. It was bold. But if you paint the picture for them that essential oils will change your life and your family's life, then you're creating that value. They'll want to come to the class if you've done the steps leading up to it. It's really just all about the value. If someone values something, you won't have to convince them to buy it. They'll already want to buy it. And you'll be able to tell when they get to class by the questions they're asking, you know? If they're giving you some of the big red flags, this is what Elise was saying. The big red flags at class were, well, I need to talk to my spouse about this. I don't know if I have enough money to buy this. Let me get back to you. Those are clear indicators that perhaps you didn't do the prep work ahead of time. You didn't sample them properly. They might not have had a positive experience with the oils. The value's not quite there yet. And so technically, they're probably not a qualified invitee yet. And so I thought that was a great process. If I could learn from all that time and experience, all the trial and error that they did ahead of time, and use that information now to take the time to make someone qualified, I think that's killer, because COVID hit, right? I know for myself, I wasn't sampling properly. I wasn't. I was hiding in my cave. I was isolating. I wasn't having a lot of personal face-to-face with people. Everything was online. Everything was virtual. It's hard to captivate enrollments only from social media and from a digital classroom if you haven't sampled them properly. It's still possible, right? So I realized I have to go back to the basics. I have to look at what are the steps I can do to properly sample someone, make them a qualified invitee before I ask them to buy. How can I build the value? Then when that window appears, then asking them once I've done the prep work. And that leads us perfectly to Kate's inviting script.
All right, so tonight we wanted to share these calls because we wanted to make this more interactive, because usually it's just us talking, and we want you guys to be engaged in something that is of value, thinking about things of value. And so this is the inviting script. I believe it's on page, did you say 16? Those that have your Back to Basics workbook. We're also going to put the link in the chat in just a second. And so on Zoom, there's this really great feature called breakout rooms. And we can take everyone within the call and put them in a small group, so you guys can each practice this script together, because it really is important. It's thanks, Ray. It's from the Back to Basics book. I think almost everyone on this call should have one. If you don't, let me know. We'll figure out how to get it to you. But the basic idea is that we have to make these scripts our own, because we don't want it to sound unnatural. We don't want to sound forced or fake, because if we're not our authentic selves, then it's going to feel weird to you, to the person you're talking to, everyone involved. So you want to make sure you make it sound like yourself. So when you're looking at this script and you're reading it in your small group, start to improv a little bit. Actually say what you would be saying. So right here it says, if you think, let's say peppermint is awesome, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Maybe you might say, if that's not exactly what you would say, you might just say, If you think peppermint is awesome for headaches, that's just the beginning. Like, you don't have to say those exact phrases, but this really just helps you with that frame of how to say the things we should be saying. So feel free to take the words out, some of the words out, and make them your own. And the more you practice it out loud, the more it just will come right out of your mouth without you thinking, which is the point of having these scripts and practicing. So yes, we are going to go ahead and go to the next slide, if you could, Danny. We're going to go in a small group. So we don't want you in the small group all night, but let's take about maybe till 8:30 or so. And we're going to be brave. We don't have to be perfect. And I feel like we all kind of got to know each other the other night. Most of us, I think everyone here was at the house. Oh, we didn't have Leslie, but Les, I'm happy you're here. So don't be, don't be ashamed. Just be brave and just give it a try. And it'll be good for you to hear how other people mix it up too, and get their own authentic selves in there, their personalities. So in a second here, I'm going to go ahead and put you in a group, and then hopefully in front of you, you have your Back to Basics book, or if you don't have it, you can click on that link in the chat and you can have it side by side. You could even have two windows if you know how to be fancy like that. So yes, I'm gonna go back, and then I'm gonna do this breakout room. So I'm also using my fancy tech skills here. So why don't we do 3 to 4 participants per room, and then because I'm the host, I can kind of pop in and out. I see Jess has her kids in bed, so if it's too loud or for you to talk yourself and you're just listening, then you can just listen in. Just let your group know that. Yeah, that sound good? Okay, be brave, not perfect. Okay, here we go. It's just going to automatically set up these groups. Here we go. You can accept the group or join it. There we go. Have fun.
Book. Okay, hang on.
Kate, what page did you say?
And for this one, it go up because it's on daily call 13. Yeah. So this one's
Okay.
16, 17.
Okay.
That's right.
Is it the, oh no, maybe I'm the wrong business building guide or the other basic one? Oh, it's the other one, yeah, other book. I'm in the wrong book.
Page 12. Right here?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Oh, I'm on my phone. I just got home from Boy Scouts, so sorry.
No worries.
Okay.
Is it big enough for everyone, or should I zoom a little?
Oh, it's bit. I'm good. Thank you. Okay, so we're on Daily Mentor Call 13. Okay. If you think this is awesome. You did a good job, Danny, by the way. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good job. Oh, kiddo.
You're sweet.
Oh my gosh. You're awesome.
How do
Brave.
we
You're
wa-
brave.
How do we want to do this? Would someone just want to like be brave and just practice and say it out loud once,
Yeah.
or?
Go, Leslie, go.
Volunteer.
Yeah. Voluntold.
I'll cheer you on. Yeah, go.
Okay. I was trying to think how I would say it. Put it in my own words. Who am I talking to? So I would say, I know you think what oil is awesome because they already sampled, right? So I know you think,
Right.
you know, whatever we sampled them is awesome. So that's just one out of many, you know, that you're going to find benefits for. Let's see, let's go. Share one or two powerful experiences. So for me, the other one that I know I have to have
it doesn't sound genuine. So I think the whole thing about reminding people, I think, is great because people get busy or just, you know, there's so many different things going on. So I think it is good to remember to remind people and just follow up with people. But yeah, doing the exact script could be a little tricky. So I think that's why it's really important to kind of make it your own and do what sounds like you on the side and kind of practice, you know what I mean, your own script, kind of following this guideline, but making it your own. I've had great success with the oil studies, you know, for people who I can't get to a class, but I can get them to an oil study. That's been great too. But yeah, it's definitely getting people to sample the ones that, like you said, the deep blue, that people are going to have a great response. What's your feedback, Ms. Kate, popping on?
I know, I'm just popping in the rooms. Did everyone get a chance to practice?
Well, we're just kind of saying how like these scripts are such a great guideline and a tool, but it's hard to just awkwardly say these exact words and how it's important to make it authentic and make it you know? But I think what Danny had to say was really great about, really kind of targeting the people who've had a positive experience, and then naturally it kind of rolls into the next step.
It does.
We're just sharing how some of us work backwards. Donnie was saying how, you know, she works it backwards, and just saying how Deep Blue is seal the deal.
Deep Blue is a great one. Yeah, I feel like over the course of the years that I've been doing it, I do feel like I've kind of gone all over the place. So it's interesting to see the way Elise does it. And I haven't always been perfect with sampling. I'm not, but I'm getting better. I think because of it. But what I love about this script is the ending line of it. And I use this a lot when I send out invites, because I'll give the 2 different times for them to attend, and then just say which one works better for you. And that I've gotten a lot more success than just, oh, which one? Can you make it to this one? Because usually it's like, oh, no. But if I ask the question, is this time better or this time? And then there's not a yes or no. It's this time works better. It's way better. But yeah, if I had to say the script exactly, it would be a little awkward, but I definitely do think the points are important. So I might say, hey, if you think peppermint is awesome, that's just the beginning. It's crazy how many things you can do with oils. I use them all the time. I use them for headaches. I use them for my period once a month and cramps. I use them with my kids to make sure they stay healthy. So since you really love that oil, I'd love to have you join my next essential oil class. I teach on Sundays, or you can join my friend Kanoe on Monday nights. Which one works for you? So that would be my variation. It still sounds a little, not perfect, but it's hitting the main points of, touching base with their specific experience and then giving your experiences. And it probably, if they didn't have a kid, I'm not going to talk about my kids because I don't want them to be like, well, I don't have kids, So I always try to use examples that they would also connect with.
I think what you just said though is kind of what I do. I always try to make it personal. This is not personal to me, and I think that's the difference between this script. I think it has great points, like you said, the ending, but I always make it personal. I always kind of like talk about what my husband does or uses with the kids, if they have kids, what I use, I make it a little bit more personal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some of these scripts don't have that, personal thing. So I think it's important to put that personal touch in, because then people kind of, resonate with that a little bit more.
Sprinkle in that personal details for sure. Okay, I'm gonna jump to the last group and then pull us back together. What do you guys think? Maybe we should just come back together. Yes, we should. Hopefully this is helpful. This is fun, yeah? It's kind of different. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the breakout room first and then I'll Ooh, this is fun. I don't really do these very often, so. Yay. Everyone else is still talking. Hopefully this was helpful.
I thought it was good that even if everyone didn't get a chance to role play, it was still a chance to kind of bond in a breakout room and talk about, it's like the accountability groups, and texting each other. It's the same kind of vibe of this is what I'm doing. Yeah, I didn't get that to that yet. And even hearing other people's less than stellar perfect attendance and doing the daily mentor calls or whatever it is, it's really helpful to see that we're all human and just encourage each other that way, because sometimes when you just hear what you should do and you don't hear the reality of the team, it makes it have this this incorrect image of perfection and that no one can attain. It's very intimidating, and to share the human side of all of us in a breakout room is super neat. I love it because it just, to me, that's what motivates me, is that there's real people with real problems in their lives like me, and we're all trying to do the same thing. And it's good to connect with that. So so it's funny, but I enjoy that funniness when you see someone incredible like Elise Chedevy talk, and she makes it sound really easy, and it's not easy. And then you get down with your Maui people and you're like, all right, okay, now that we're back to earth, let's really talk about what's going on and how we're going to do this. And it's just, that's what I like. I like us, when we get to discuss what we're going to do. So yeah, it's good.
Thanks for sharing, Jen. All right, any others want to share about their breakout session or something that came up, or something that worked, or a tip?
I just like how Danny explained it all or interpreted Elisa's, because we're all from Maui. We talk pidgin. We make it our own. And I totally understood it way more with Danny's explanation. And I swear I've listened to that lots of times.
I'm a
Yay.
special ed teacher. It's my job to break it down for people like me that don't understand.
I love it. Thanks, Danny. One other thing that I wanted to say too is that we're in a different world now where our classes aren't face to face. And that used to be the power of a class, was that they could come and smell everything, and now they can't. So it's so important they have oils in their hand before they come to a class. Because if they don't have those oils, like Danny said, there's no value. So make sure they get a sample beforehand, or else it's just going to be, there's no value. They're not going to want to experience it or come to the class or buy anything, because they're not going to see how it can help. They're not going to have that life-changing whiff of peppermint that's going to hook them. So yes, get those oils in their hands. All right, well, thank you for being brave and doing that with us today. We wanted to give it a go with these breakout rooms, and maybe we'll do it again soon. But yeah, we're gonna move right into our next part of our class. And Danny, if you wanted to share your screen back, just some updates on Diamond Club. I know we talked a little bit on Thursday about our huge success moving forward. And just want to let you know, we're going into month 2. So I texted all your teams that we're going to continue that great incentive for our builders, that if you enroll someone this month, that you get $25 to either keep yourself or gift forward to help people with kits. So we're going to keep that up in April. And then these promos for new customers are still valid. So we've got our Citrus Bliss and Adaptive for free, depending on their order. And what's really great is we're in month 2. So everybody that you enrolled last month, if they do a 100 PV LRP order, doTERRA will be gifting them 25 PV for free in April. So key is all those 29 awesome people we welcome to our team. This month, we really need to get them in lifestyle overviews so you can explain more of the products available, that wellness pyramid, and start to really tailor their needs and products that can support them. And you can explain the LRP and the value in our monthly ordering. So go get them this month. I know already I'm like, I got to schedule mine because I definitely want to make sure they understand that, first understand which products can support them. And then I want them to know about the 25 PV they can get too. We don't want to keep that a secret. And we don't want to have that preconceived notion of they already bought, they're not going to order. You don't know, you have to let them choose that, because it really is their choice, not ours. So remember to not have that block too, because I know sometimes we do that. Yeah, we start to decide for them, but that's their decision. So yeah, you are giving out that great, great information. But yes, go get them. Diamond Club month 2. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, we're going, we're still going. So exciting. And then another big thing happening this month is a bunch of us on this call are doing the Launch to Elite program, which was kind of the Begin program moved into that. So I'm so proud of all of you for getting going. And I do believe you had 2 mentor calls to listen to today. So if you got to them, awesome. If not, you'll have time to catch up as well. All right. And then the next slide.
Quick question.
Yeah.
For the $25 from doTERRA, does it have to be a 100 PV order, or it has to be an LRP 100 PV order?
Has to be LRP.
LRP. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Good question. All right. So lifestyle overviews, they are so important, especially with that promo that they can get. And this month, if you are a busy bee, which I am a busy bee, you can lean on these Tuesday classes with Marissa and Liza, who are teaching them every Tuesday at 5. If you don't have time to teach or this is a good time that works for your customer, then invite them to one of these and use that same technique as on that script. You know, you can say, hey, you can join the Tuesday at 5 o'clock class, or I'm free on Saturday at 10. What works for you? I love that date and time option, because then they can answer which one works better for them. And I know there is an invite script for daily mentor calls for the lifestyle overview. So I'm not sure what number that is, but definitely check it out. I'm also starting to teach at 4 o'clock on Sunday. We changed my time from 3 to 4. So definitely join in on those, and invite your people to my one-on-one class. And then Kanoe's class is open to anyone as well, and also Tasha's on Thursday. Yes, and there's a whole bunch of other team events. We have our BOGO after party on Wednesday. You can invite your new customers there. And then we're going to be doing some education on Sundays on our new wellness kits. So if you see the last 2 Sundays of the month, we added in sessions on the sleep wellness kit and the respiratory wellness kit. All right, Miss Janice.
Okay, so we have our promos for this month. So you check out Neroli, our Touch 10 ml, 10% off throughout the whole month of April. Then we also have the Lime, which is 15 ml if you place a loyalty order of at least 125 PV by April 15th, and you'll receive the Lime for free. Another, I think the promo is, next slide, is our new enrollment kits. So this was one of the kits that we had last month. If you wanted to, sorry, I'm thinking BOGO, sorry. I'm still thinking BOGO. Okay, new enrollment kit this month for April is the Aroma Essentials Collection. These are 5 ml bottles with all of those oils there in the bottom, and with a La Luz diffuser, and it's 110 PV. So if you can get your new enrollees in this new enrollment kit, it would be awesome. It's great. All those oils, amazing. Next promo, the respiratory wellness kit. We have the kit 1 with all of those goodies. Kit 2, you get that there, and then kit 3 again. So if you're doing the wellness kits, you can opt to maybe pausing in case you just want to stick with one kit, and then when you get back on, it'll ask you if you want to continue with kit 2 or go back to, I guess, kit 1. Was that right, Kate? I think. Or does it continue on if you wanted to go? Yeah.
You can choose if you want to go back to 1 or if you
Right.
want to continue. Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Okay, that was the first new kit. And then we have our sleep kit. This is Kate's kit, the sleep kit. We have the Serenity in every single kit. Again, the same thing. If you order one kit and you pause, you can go ahead and pause, and then you can continue, or you can choose. But it's in a series. You can't just go skip over to kit 3. You have to go in order if you do. Oh, what is that? Respiratory kit has frankincense. Let's see, which one is that? Yeah. Okay. Did you guys see the Frank? I don't know. Anyway, who's ready for a giveaway? I know Tani's doing this one. Is Tani doing it? Okay.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. For our giveaway tonight, I am doing, is there a slide front? So you can maybe see it a little bit closer. I think Danny did that. I'm doing a glass spray bottle, 16 ounce, and I ordered these labels on Etsy, the On Guard cleaner. So I have that on there. It's empty. I will gift it to you empty. If you want, you haven't tried the On Guard concentrate, I'm happy to fill it for you and gift it to you full. If you haven't tried it, I'd be happy to fill it for you. And but that is today's giveaway. And Danny is going to do the wheel for us. Make sure everybody's name is on there.
I think I got everyone's name. What do you think?
Oh, you can, Zish? Ooh, might have to hit you up,
Alright.
girl.
Let's do this.
Let's see who's gonna win. Beth! Yay! So Beth, I will get that to you. Yay,
Perfect.
congratulations.
Thank
And then
you.
you can tell me if you want it full or not full.
I'll take it empty. I got some.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. So that's for you. Yay.
Awesome, awesome. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining our call tonight. We missed you the last couple of weeks because we took a BOGO break there last 2 Mondays, but we will be back in 2 weeks, not next week, but the week after, so the 19th that night, and we might be learning about strengths from Ray. She's so excited, you guys. No, it'll be really interesting. But thank you so much. We love all of you. Good luck in April. Please, please, please reach out for anything and everything. And Zaisha just popped her number in the chat because she makes beautiful stickers. I need to take an updated shot of my proteins because I had these containers and she made gorgeous stickers for them. So I will put that, I gotta post that so people can see them. She's great. I love those stickers too. They're so pretty. All right, everyone, have a wonderful night. I know it's Monday, so go get your rest. Get your serenity going. We love you. Bye.
Ray, were you eating Mexican this past weekend? I saw you.
How did you know that?